We all have an important message to share, but most of us introverts feel like maybe we're not the right person to deliver it. In this video, I'm going to share 4 ways that you can begin giving inspiring presentations without changing who you are. I'm Michelle Hickey, creative entrepreneur, coach, an introvert, and your friend. Over the last 10 years, I've worked to grow several online businesses using my creative talents while building a happy and fulfilling life. Today, I guide creative introverts like you to thrive as business owners and as individuals. I had something really exciting happen last weekend, and that was getting the opportunity to present at Florida BlogCon, which, as you may have guessed, is a conference held for bloggers and content creators held right here in Florida. Believe it or not, presenting at a conference was the #1 goal that I set for myself this year. Now, if you are a fellow introvert, you might be thinking that I'm nuts, because as a general rule, we don't enjoy being in the presence of a lot of people at once, and we certainly don't like talking in such situations. You may already be familiar with the joke that public speaking is the #1 fear of most people, ranked even higher than death. So why the heck would I volunteer to put myself in such a position and to go as far as to make it my #1 goal? It was simply because I have a message that I want to share, and public speaking affords me the opportunity to reach more people. If you, like me, have something important to say, or you have a business that you want to become more comfortable talking about, here are 4 tips that you can use to get more confident in your presentation skills. #1, write it out. One of the many traits that we introverts share is our uncanny ability to come up with the most perfect responses. Unfortunately, we run on a little bit of a delay, and these strokes of brilliance don't often come until long after they are needed. We are experts in knowing what we should have said. Do you know what this feeling is like? If I'm describing you, hit that thumbs up button to let me know that I'm not alone. Being a deep thinker is a gift, and presentations are an excellent way to use that superpower. You may imagine that public speakers are a special breed of charismatic beings who can just stroll up to a stage and speak off the cuff. But the truth is, almost all presentations are scripted or at least outlined. If you have an important message to share, take your sweet time and write it out. Edit it, revisit it, and refine it until it's to your liking. It's one of those rare opportunities where you'll get to say exactly what you wanted to say and at the right moment. #2, practice in smaller settings. In looking back on my journey to landing a speaking role at Florida BlogCon, I can see that it started a long time ago, before I even realized that I wanted to become a presenter. You may remember a little app called Periscope, which was popular for a hot minute around 2015. If you're not familiar with it, it was essentially an earlier version of what Facebook Live and Instagram Live are today. It was during this period that I first began speaking to an audience, but on a small scale. I was very awkward and not comfortable at all, but it helped knowing that most of the people who watched my broadcasts were made up of close friends and my mom. Ironically, I put one of those early Periscope recordings up here on this channel, and it has more views than any of my other videos, which is just more proof that people don't really care so much about perfection. Since 2015, it seems like our opportunities to present online have multiplied. If you're interested in becoming a speaker, you don't need to make your first presentation in a stadium. Start where you can feel safe and comfortable. I recommend using Instagram stories to become more confident in your speaking and presentation skills. You can start without even showing your face, and then work your way up to directly speaking to the camera. Much like scripting your presentations, you can record your Instagram stories and edit them or revise them before posting it. Once you begin feeling comfortable sharing your recordings, you may want to consider hosting a live stream, or even working your way up to a webinar, which is the exact path that I followed. From there, I spoke at a few online forums, on podcasts, including my own, and at some of my local Rising Tide Society chapter meetings. before applying to speak at a conference. Nothing is scary when you ease your way in and get comfortable in a gradual manner. Take your time and celebrate each milestone along the way. Number 3, be yourself. When you do find yourself in a position to speak, whether it be from your phone or up on stage, you should only be focused on 2 things: delivering your message and making an impact on your audience. This means that everything else is going to be a distraction, including trying to be someone who you're not. It's likely that when you start presenting, the people are going to be showing up for the information that you are sharing. But the ones who stick around and keep coming back will do so because they have a connection with you. I've seen a lot of presentations where the speakers were outgoing and dynamic, and those were fantastic. But I've also watched ones where the presenter was a little quieter, a little bit more thoughtful, more careful. And those were the people that I felt a greater connection with because they were a lot more like me. I often talk about how much I was moved by Susan Cain's TED Talk. It's because she was willing to go out there and share in her way, in a way that made me feel like I was really understood. Take that pressure off of yourself so that you won't need to remember to act and you can just be yourself. You may not connect or hold the attention of everyone, but you will leave a lasting impression on the ones who most relate to you and your style. And that is where you can make your impact. Number 4, let your mission be greater than your fears. We think it's all about us. We think that people are showing up to hear us speak just to judge us and point out our flaws, but it's simply not the case. Our audience wants to learn something. They want to be moved and inspired to take action. If you share in that goal, then it's likely that you are presenting on a topic that's important to you. A lot of people ask me if I was nervous before speaking at Florida BlogCon, and my honest answer was, no, I really wasn't. More than anything, I was excited to have an opportunity to share this information because I knew that it had the potential to change the lives of the people who were there for the better. My message was the star. I was just the vessel for communicating it. Any fear or resistance that you're experiencing has little to do with your content and everything to do with your ego. What if you wear the wrong outfit or stutter over a word? Redirect those insecurities into a passion for the topic that you are presenting and your focus on the people whose lives you are impacting. And now I want to hear from you. Do you have a message that you want to share? Is presenting at a conference on your list of goals? Leave me a comment below to let me know which of these tips you'll use to prepare for your next opportunity. If you are a fellow introvert who is looking for more ways to grow, please click on the link in the description below to grab the special video guide that I created just for you called An Introvert's Guide to Thriving in Business and Life. If you have family or friends who might benefit from hearing the message shared here today, please consider sending them a quick email or a social media message with a link to this recording. I'm so grateful that you spent this time with me today. Now go out and make something beautiful.